Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do a rare video per request. One of my subscribers, Tony Medina, asked me this question. He said, and I'll read it. He says, Morris Man, can you please do a video on the aforementioned style of soloing where you don't need to know what key you're in? You mentioned that Prince did it this way and so did you. So could you please make a short video explaining how you do this, and this would be helpful to me. I'm not big on key signatures either, so if there's an easier way to solo without the nonsense, I would really like to know how. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this video, and before I do this video, I'm going to say this. What I'm about to show you would not work for you if you haven't developed a sense of ear, meaning that you can hear notes, meaning that if somebody strike a note, you can find that note on your guitar or even on your piano, even on your sax, even on, so on and so forth. So and then you have to know scales, because without knowing neither one of those things, what I'm about to show you will not help you at all. So Prince, like I said, used to do this, and Prince plays a very unique scale. He plays, or used to play, the Mixolydian scale a lot in the Dorian, and the reason for that is a lot of people don't know this. Prince's biggest musical influence guitar-wise was not Jimi Hendrix, it was actually Carlos Santana. And Carlos Santana uses the Dorian mode quite often as far as the style of music he played. So this will work regardless of what scale you want to use. I'm going to use the pentatonic scale for an example because that's what I was initially taught. Then I learned all these other weird scales later. And since I played a style of music where the majority of the style of music I played warranted the blues scale or the pentatonic scale, so I basically used to play that a lot. So I'm going to give you an example of that. But before I do that, I'm going to say this. Let's say this. The first key I'm going to play in is the pentatonic scale in A. And the reason why I know it's in A because the first note I strike is A. And that's the same thing how you can determine what key the sheet music is in, because 99% of the time the very first chord that's being played in the song will determine what key. That's a trick that Scott the piano player taught me. Say for instance, the very first chord in the song you're playing is the C sharp major chord. That means that the key is in the key of C sharp major. So it's real simple. There's some things that you can just learn quickly without diving deeply into theory and trying to study and figure this out, when your focus should be on how to play this damn thing. And still, I'm a master at reading sheet music nonsense. So I'm going to play the pentatonic scale, and then it's a pattern. Once I play it, you have to kind of memorize it. It's not that hard because it goes like this: E string 5/8, B string 5/8, G string 5/7, D string 5/7, A string 5/7, E string 5/8. So it's again, and you can play these notes at any random thing. You don't have to just, you can mix it. So once you get comfortable with that scale, that pattern, you can just, you can just mix those notes. So here it is. You hear a song and you're trying to play the solo, just run that scale. And your ear would tell you you're not in the right key, so just move it one down. Now that's A sharp pentatonic scale. And if that ain't working, then move it down to the next one. And just keep moving until you find the key of that song. Because again, if your ears develop, you can hear when you're in the pocket. You can definitely hear when you're out of key. So that's real simple. I try to keep things simple because it doesn't have to be difficult. But some people want to throw this extra jazz on top of it and it just throws you off and you can't connect. But it's just that simple. Pentatonic scale. Just move it down. Just keep moving it until you hear where you're supposed to be. Because trust me, if your ears develop or get in there, you can hear that. So that's it in a nutshell. It's not difficult. It works. That's what most of us do when we don't know what key. Because if somebody was to holler, well, it's in the key of G. Okay, you know where you go. You know where to go immediately because you know where G is at. But when you don't know this, you know the notes and stuff like that, just run it. So again, it's 5/8, 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5. Yeah, 5/8, 5/8, 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8. That's the formula. So write it down on a piece of paper. If you got to write the diagram, because that's how I learned. My instructor wrote out the diagram: 5/8, 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8. And then once you do that, you just visually see that it's not that difficult to play within that pattern. The 5/8, 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8. So that's it. Real simple. You didn't need to sit down in the classroom with a guy with a chalkboard and give a 2-hour presentation regarding how to do this. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So just practice it. Move it up and down the neck as you're playing this song, and then you'll hear where you're supposed to be solo-wise. Until next time, take care.